If you've been following along, you last saw us in Montenegro, but today we are in Curacao.
Guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new around here, I'm Trevor, this is Anna, we're the Delightful Travelers, and today we're really excited to explore this place.
We're actually starting off our day in the very historic Pietermaai district. It actually used to be the very affluent neighborhood in the 18th century, where all the rich people lived. But in the 20th century, it actually became really run down. That's where all the poor people were. However, in the last 20 or so years, it's become an up-and-coming neighborhood. There's loads of restaurants and great hotels.
Here's a really cool fact. So all the buildings are colorful, as you can see, but back in like the 1800s or the end of the 1800s, a lot of people had eye problems, and there was one doctor on the island, and he eventually figured out the problems were all the buildings were white, so everybody was kind of going blind. So they painted the buildings colorful. If you're wondering where Curacao is, it's in the Caribbean. It's just very south. I think it's one of the most southern Caribbean islands in general, and it also has a Dutch influence. So the buildings you're gonna see here might remind you of our Amsterdam video. It was one of the first videos we ever did. If you want to watch that, just click right here and you'll enjoy it, but make fun of us a little bit too.
We're at a place called Plaza Bieu. I'm probably saying that wrong. It translates to Old Market. This is where you come to get like authentic local food for really good prices.
So guys, we got some beer to go with our food that's on the way. It's called Punda. It seems to be everywhere here. It's actually brewed in Florida of all places, but they're pretty good. Let's do a little cheersies to Curacao. So guys, we were starving. We ended up getting some roti. Check this out, roti. We got some curry chicken. It looks absolutely mouth-wateringly delicious. All right, Anna is going to let us know how this is.
So I got a little bit of roti there, some chicken.
Just gone for the roti.
I love curry. This is so delicious. It's not too spicy, but we were told to try the Creole hot sauce wherever we see it. It's apparently made with pickled onions, but it's really spicy.
Guys, the chicken is so good. It completely falls off the bone when you start to cut it. I've never had a roti that's just kind of on the side, so you just kind of put it all together yourself. And back to what Anna said, this pickled, what is it again? Pickled onions. Pickled onions. Just makes the beans so spicy. It's a perfect little meal for the afternoon. Guys, that was so delicious. I'm not sure if you could hear us in there. That place is called Plaza Bieu. It's either the new market or the old market. We're just not quite sure.
It costs about 22 guilders, which came to $13 US for 2 beers and that big platter.
That's an amazing price. Guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but it really downpoured while we were in the market there. Now, Anna is trying to find our next place.
It's a floating market. Get that.
And by the way, guys, if you're wondering how we came to be from Montenegro to Curacao of all places, which is very random, they're two very random countries, Montenegro, that was a while ago. So now we're here in Curacao. It's the start of our winter trip for 2 months. We're gonna be in the Southern Caribbean, heading down to Colombia in South America, up to Central America and Panama, and eventually back to Mexico. It's gonna be really exciting.
So here we have found the floating market. It sells mainly produce, I believe, and I think a lot of these boats actually come from Venezuela, which is only about 40 miles away.
It's really cool, guys, because obviously here's the boats. On the other side here is where the market is. Let's go take a look. It's about the weirdest day ever. It was downpouring for a while. We had to tuck away and have a few beers. Now we're back out. Sun's completely back, full force. But we're by the water now, and you probably see this bridge behind us. Right, so this is a massive bridge. It's maybe one of the highest bridges I've ever seen. Yeah, it's huge. It's crazy.
We think it must be that high because there's an oil refinery here on Curacao. A lot of oil tankers are coming and going. You just have to get underneath. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cruise ships that come here, and the bridge is built so high so they can get under as well if there's too many kind of in this bay. It's really interesting.
So speaking of that, generally when you think of Caribbean islands, tourism is pretty much always their main industry. Not so here. It's actually the oil industry. They have a big oil refinery here, and that's where they get most of their money from.
It's also interesting that today there are no cruise ships at all, but 2 days ago there were 4 cruise ships in here, which probably bring in like 10,000 people.
If you've ever seen a picture of Curacao before, chances are it was this area right here. You can actually really see the Dutch influence, except it's super colorful.
Guys, look at the buildings. It looks just like the Netherlands with those beautiful colors. I dare say it even looks a little like the Belgian buildings. We were in Ghent not too long ago. If you want to watch the video, I'll put it right up here in the sky somewhere. I'll have to hold this for a second so you can see it. And guys, I think what Curacao is even more famous for is this bridge behind me. I call it the floating bridge because it is a floating bridge. Anna's back there looking up some facts on it. I'll get you those right now. All right, what do you got for us over here?
Found some information. It's actually called the Queen Emma Bridge. It's a pontoon bridge, something I've never heard of. We've just been calling it the floating bridge so far. It connects 2 parts of Willemstad. Over there is Banda, and on this side is called Punda.
It's really cool, guys. I wish it was happening right now. This thing opens up entirely. Like, picture the whole bridge, which is a couple 100 feet long. It just moves out of the way for the cruise ships. It's really cool. So you probably heard Anna just mention Willemstad, and you guys are like, what the heck is that? So it is the capital of Curacao. It's also, well, from what we can tell, it's the main town. It's the only city. It's cute, charming. If you come to Curacao, you're gonna be here no matter what, I would say. What's interesting is the whole island has 160,000 people.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
By the way, guys, if you watch our last video, you would know we were at the Renaissance. It's actually right over there. It's super close to this bridge.
We'll link it above if you want to check it out. Guys, check it out. The bridge has been closed. It's just opening back up. We're gonna go on it. Are we allowed on it right now? I don't know what's going on. Wait, no, I don't think we can go on.
You know you're in one of the main points of a town where you find the official flag.
Funny word, right? I know. It actually means something pretty cool.
It does. It's papiamento is their official language here. It means good, nice, lovely, basically all like really good things. So as I mentioned, papiamento is their official language here. It's a Creole language, and it actually is made up of a ton of different languages. It's like English, Spanish, Dutch, Portuguese, etc., etc.
Now we're just on our way back to our hotel. It looks like we're gonna have some lovely sunset, so we might be able to catch that for you guys. And we really want to try some Curacao while we're in Curacao.
So we just came back to our hotel. It's called Bij Blauw, and we will show you more of that in the next video. For now, we're going to enjoy this drink made of Curacao and watch the sunset.
You give it a try. Let's see how that drink is.
Delicious.
Will I like it?
Yes.
I don't know if I've ever tried Curacao before. It smells good.
And does it taste as pretty as it looks?
So good. I'm gonna take it and see about it. We are really enjoying this island. We had no idea what to expect when we came to Curacao. It's absolutely beautiful. Today we hung out in Willemstad and we showed you guys around. Probably in a couple videos from now or a few videos from now, we're gonna go up the west side of the island and show you the beaches. From what we hear, there's some beautiful beaches up there. Fingers crossed, the weather is good.
For now, we're just gonna enjoy these beautiful sunsets.
Yeah, we can stay here for a while, which is why we're leaving you guys, because we're gonna stare at that.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Curacao, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.
And guys, if you like the video, click subscribe and leave us a comment. We love when we get comments. You might as well hit the thumbs up button and the notification bell and... You do.
Or do I do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
If you really like us and you hit the bell, you get notified the video. Let's do all right, guys. That's it. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.